technology. When I am dead, do not declare equality. Instead, work a day extra. These were Dr. Kalam's profound words and hold true especially today. It was during his lectures at Indian Institute of Management, Shillong on 27 July 2015 that he suddenly collapsed and declared dead due to massive cardiac arrest. Dr. Kalam has been an avid writer and has been an author of many books. In his literary pursuit, 4 of Dr. Kalam's books, Wings of Fire, India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium, My Journey, Ignited Minds, Unleashing the Power Within India, have become household names in India and among the Indian nations abroad. These books have been translated in many Indian languages. His journey started from Rameshwaram and reached to Rashtrapati Bhavan with a name and which continues till he took his last breath. Today, Dr. Kalam is not with us, but his teachings are leading us to achieve new milestones in the realm of science, technology, and all vital affairs of life.
This great land, looking at its millions of boys and girls who draw from me the inexhaustible divinity and spread his grace everywhere as does the water drawn from the well. This is my story, the story of the son of Jainul-Abdin and Ashama, the story of a lad who sold newspapers to help his brother. The story of a pupil made by Shiva Subramanian Iyer and Iyer Solomon. The story of a student taught by teachers like Pandalay. The story of an engineer started by M.G.K. Menon and groomed by the legendary Professor Sarabhai. The story of a scientist tested by failures and setbacks. The story of a leader supported by a large team of brilliant and dedicated professionals. This story empathy. I have no belongings in the worldly sense. Bought nothing, built nothing, possessed nothing, no family, sons, daughters. I do not wish to set myself up as an example to others, but I believe that a few readers may draw inspiration and come to experience that ultimate satisfaction which can only be found in the life of the Spirit. The bloodline of my great-grandfather Aul, my grandfather Akil, and my father Jainul-Abdin end with Abdul Kalam. God's grace will never cease, for it is eternal. Despite these disadvantages, he possessed great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in my mother, Asha. I was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished looks, born to tall and handsome parents. We lived in our ancestral house, which was built in the middle of the 19th century. It was a fairly large Pakka house on the mosque street in Rameshwar. My austere father used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. However, all necessities were provided for. In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. The famous Shiva temple, which makes Rameshwaram so sacred to pilgrims, was about a 10-minute walk from our house. Our locality was predominantly Muslim, but there were quite a few Hindu families too, living amicably with their Muslim neighbors. There was a very old mosque in our locality where my father would take me for evening prayers. The high priest of the Rameshwaram temple, Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, was a very close friend of my father's. One of the most vivid memories of my early childhood is of the two men, each in his traditional attire, discussing spiritual matters. My father could convey complex spiritual concepts in very simple, down-to-earth manner. He once told me, "In troubles come, try to understand the relevance of your sufferings. Adversity always presents opportunities for introspection." I have throughout my life tried to emulate my father in my own world of science and technology. I feel convinced that there exists a divine power that can lift one up from confusion, misery, melancholy, and pain, and guide one to one's true place. I was about 6 years old when my father embarked on the project of building a wooden sailboat to take pilgrims from Rameshwaram to Dhanushkodi and back. He worked at building the boat on the seashore with the help of a relative, Ahmad Jalaluddin, who later married my sister, Zohra. Ahmad Jalaluddin became a close friend of mine, despite the difference of 15 years in our lives. We used to go for long walks together every evening. As we started from West Street, our first halt would be at the imposing temple of Lord Shiva, where we would circle around the temple, the same reverence as any other pilgrim. Jalaluddin's schooling had been limited, principally because of his family's straitened circumstances. At the time I speak of, he was the only person in the entire island who could English. He wrote letters for almost anybody. Jalaluddin is spoke to me He was a sole distributor for newspapers and a one-man operation. The newspapers were
50 words. Can I see that? How can I do
Shamsuddin helped me early
Start sign.
Specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of I inherited honesty and discipline from my father. From my mother, I inherited faith and goodness and deep kindness. But it was the kindness that Jalaluddin and Shamsuddin that perhaps contributed most to the uniqueness of the child and made all the difference in my later life. Then the world was good, and India's fate was in. I asked the translation to new language. He said the words around other people. Shamsuddin and Ahmad Jalaluddin traveled with me to Ramanagar and Rumi and Schwartz High School. Somehow, I cannot take to them sitting fighting factions of some 50,000 people. Once I settled down at Schwartz High School, the influence of 15-year-old didn't need read. Ayadhway Solomon was an ideal of an eager young man that was yet to possibilities and alternatives that lay before. When I stayed at Ramanagar, my relationship with him on that of teacher Ayadhway Solomon used to say, "Succeed and achieve results. You must understand and master three mighty forces. Desire,
ಕೈ ಇದು ಸೈಡ್
I used to watch cranes and seals and long simply the racial boy though I was convinced that I too was soaring in the skies. Me, was a question from rubbish to fire. I was a simple boy determined to succeed. The decision to go But admission to this prestigious institution is an expensive reasons, and my father would not stay.
சரி வருமா
Not dated the gold bangles and chain.
நோட் ஃபிளாட் ஆகுது சரிமா ஃபிளாட் நோ சரி நோட் ஃபிளாட் ஆகுது ப்ளீஸ் நில்லுங்க
What fascinated me was that the sight of decommissioned aircraft I felt a strange attraction. And would sit near them long after Palestinians had gone back to the hospital. After the first year, when I had to opt for a specific, I almost spontaneously chose aeronautical engineering. The workload at ABDUL during the first year was quite light. A project team was formed to design and develop an indigenous hovercraft prototype in 3 years. The hovercraft, completed the schedule, was christened Nandi after a bird by the Lord Shiva. For a prototype, the form, fit, and finesse beyond our expectations. However, to my great disappointment, the project became mired in controversy.
நீ எழுது சார் நான் ஒன்றும் ரிலாக்ஸ்டாக எழுதுறேன்
Professor M.G. Director of the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, gave us a surprise visit one day, asking me several questions about Nandi. He requested a 10-minute ride in the hovercraft with me. A week later, I got a call from Nonstop, the Indian Committee for Space Research. I went to Bombay to attend the interview for the post of a rocket engineer. I was interviewed by Dr. Vikram, along with Professor M.G. and Mr. Saraf, then the Deputy Secretary of the Atomic Energy Commission. I was almost immediately struck by this silence. The next thing I was told about this selection. I was
எழுந்துச்சு ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை ஸ்டாப்லாம் பண்ண வேணாம் நீ வந்து ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு நீ அப்படி எழுது பிரேக் பண்ணிவிட்டு எழுது நின்றுட்டு எழுதிக்கோ நின்றுட்டு எழுது அங்கே கீழே 2 வார்டு எழுத வேண்டியது எரேசர் எடுத்து சைடில் வை பறக்குடிப்பார் எரேசர் எடுத்து சைடில் வை
very soon afterwards, I was asked to proceed to America for a 6-month training program on some rocket launching techniques at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. I took some time off and went to Russia. My father was very pleased with this opportunity. It took me 2 months to organize a special namaz.
வெரி குட் சார் நம்மளால முடியும் நீ கொஞ்சம் ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை முடிச்சு விட்றேன் வெரி குட் இன்னும் ஒரே ஒரு பேஜ் தான் இருக்கு அது முடிச்சுட்டேன்னா இந்த 1 பேஜ் பர்சன்ட் தான்
அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து அதெல்லாம் முடிக்கல பார்க்கலாம்
I started my work at NASA at the Langley Research Center in Hamilton, Virginia. Later, I went to the Goddard Space Flight Center, Greenville, Maryland. My impression of American people can be summarized by a quotation from Benjamin Franklin. Those things that hurt and said. I realized that people in this part of the world meet their problems head on. What makes life in Indian organizations difficult is the widespread prevalence of contemptuous pride. From listening to our juniors, subordinates, and people down the line. You cannot expect a person to deliver results if you humiliate him. Not even expect him to treat you against you.
வருஷம் முடிக்கல
Line between friends and us. There is strong leadership in very disciplined and
35 வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க
very fine. But it has to be. On the 21st of November 1960,
கையில் பஞ்ச் பண்ணுவோம்ல அந்த மாதிரி செய்யும் பென்சில் வச்சு பஞ்ச் பண்ணுவோம்ல அந்த மாதிரி செய்ய
நீ எழுதுச்சு நின்று எழுது சொல்லலாம் போதும் உட்காந்து எழுதாது நின்று எழுது சீக்கிரம் எழுதிடலாம் அவ்வளோதான் இது இந்த குழந்தைங்களும் எழுத முடியும் முடியாது. இன்னும் ஒரே ஒரு பேஜ் தான். நீ சிம்பிளாக எழுது, அர்ஜென்ட் இல்லை. எழுது, அது வர சொல்லுங்க. ஸ்டாப்லாம் பண்ணக்கூடாது. நீ அப்படியே எழுது, ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணி எழுது. எழுதிட்டு நின்று ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ. ஜம்ப் பண்ணிக்கோ, ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ.
So you can continue or can you continue? Hi, can you continue?
ரிலாக்ஸாக ரொம்ப அர்ஜென்ட் இல்லை.
நீ எழுது, அழகாக எழுதணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை, எழுது நீ. சூப்பர் சூப்பர், அவ்வளோதான். நெக்ஸ்ட்
போகும்போது புக் வாங்கி.
சூப்பர், அவங்க எழுத
வெரி குட், வெரி குட். கிளாப் கிளாப்.
சூப்பர் சூப்பர். நீ ரொம்ப அழகாக எழுதணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை, கரெக்டாக எழுதணும். ரொம்ப அடிக்கல, நான் தான் தெரியும். சூப்பர், ரொம்ப அடிக்கல.
இன்னும் 10 தான். இன்னும் 6.
தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு சாமி தெரியாத ஒரு சாமி. சூப்பர். நெக்ஸ்ட் 10 லெட்டர்ஸ் தான்.
வெரி குட். வெரி குட். டான்ஸ் டான்ஸ் அடிக்கும். டைம் டைம். என்ன போதும், எழுதுங்க எழுதுங்க. வெரி குட். பின்னாடி 2 இருக்கு, 2 வேர்டு மட்டும் இருக்கு.
நம்ம சொல்கிற வரைக்கும்
அங்கிள் வந்து என்ன கேட்குறீங்க?
அங்கிள் சொன்னதுக்கப்புறம் தான் கேட்கணும்.
all of whom I was informed that Professor Sarai was known. He had passed away a few hours ago following a cardiac arrest. I was shocked. It happened in an hour of our conversation.
Very good, very good. Next. No, correct. 5 to 6 letters are very good.
I consider Professor Sarai
No, 6
as
letters.
Mahatma Gandhi, generating leadership qualities in his team and inspiring
Okay, next.
ideas and example.
இன்னும் தான் முடிஞ்சிச்சு. இந்த பேக் பேஜில் இன்னும் 2 words தான் இருக்குது. இதை முடிச்சுட்டு அவ்வளோதான். நீ வீட்டில் பண்ணதை விட டைம் குறைஞ்சிடுச்சு. வெரி குட்.
சந்தோஷ்.
இன்னும் 2 words தான் இருக்குது பின்னாடி லாஸ்ட் பேஜில். இதை முடிச்சிடு. அதை முடிச்சிட்டா 2 words.
3 words.
மசாயில். கை வச்சுக்கோ, கிட்ட வச்சுக்கோ, ஒன்றும் தப்பு இல்லை. நோட் எழுத தெளிக்கோ. வெரி குட். ஜஸ்ட் 2 words. அவ்வளோதான். வெரி குட். Finished. Uncle எடுத்துக்கூட நோட் எடுத்துக்கூட அங்கிட்ட.
Positive trust, energy, selfless, brave, loyal, courage, love, support, students was thankful. Thank you. M or N? Joyful, excellence, beauty, missile, nation, education. 49.
Congratulations, Archana.
Very good.
Congratulations. Namaste, Salil.
Very good.
Very good.
So we get prepared for another achievement. Okay.
Okay? Yes, inspiring thoughts படிக்கலாம் next.
For many days back in Tumba, I felt a sense of fertility I had never known before, and everything was new. I had long talks with Professor Dhar. He told me that my progress on the SME project would bring me success. The confusion would first lessen and would lead to pass away altogether. In 1976, my father, DR.APJ, who had lived on Rameshwaram Island for 102 years, passed away, leaving around 15 grandchildren and one great grandson. In worldly terms, it was the death of just another old man. No public mourning was organized. No flags were lowered to half-mast. No newspaper carried an obituary for him. He was a politician, a scholar, or a businessman. He was a plain and transparent man. His life inspired the growth of all that was benign and angelic, wise and noble. I sat for a long time with my mother, but could not speak. She blessed me in a choked voice. I took leave of her to return to Tumba. SLV-3 APJ rocket, scheduled to be flight tested in France, was mired with problems. I had to rush to France to sort them out. Before I could depart, I was informed that my mother had passed away. With 3 deaths in the family, I needed to put onto my work in order to keep performing. The desire to work at optimum capacity leaves hardly any room for anything else. This total commitment and single-mindedness, the SLV-3B was finally realized in the middle of 1979. We had scheduled the first experimental flight trial of SLV-3 for the 10th of August 1979. 23-meter-long, full-stage SLV rocket, weighing 17 tons, took off elegantly at 7:58 hours. Stage 1 performed to perfection. There was a smooth transition from this stage to the second stage. We were spurred on to see our hopes flying in the form of
Just 8 more minutes for 12 hours.
Out of control. The flight was completed in 317 seconds, and the vehicle's remains, including my favorite 4th stage incident caused us profound disappointment. I felt a strange mix of anger and frustration, completely drained, mentally as well as physically. I went straight to my room and slumped onto the bed. A gentle touch on my shoulder woke me up. It was late in the afternoon, almost approaching evening. I saw Dr. Prakash sitting by my bedside. I was deeply touched by his affection and concern. I was sad, but not alone. Post-flight review established that the mishap occurred because of the failure of the second stage control system. Everybody was convinced by the technical cause and effect.
7 more minutes for 12 hours.
There was a general feeling of satisfaction about the whole exercise of failure management measures taken. I was still unconvinced though and felt restless. On the spur of the moment, I stood up and addressed Professor Brown. Sir, even though my friends have technically justified the failure, I take the responsibility for judging the RFMA leak detected during the final phase of countdown as insignificant. As a mission director, I therefore take responsibility for the SLB failure. The pursuit of science is a combination of great elation and great despair. I went over many such episodes in my mind. The idea that a man could land on the moon, developed by a Russian mathematician, was realized after nearly 4 decades and by the United States at that. Professor Chandrasekhar had to wait nearly 50 years before receiving the Nobel Prize for his discovery of the Chandrasekhar element, a discovery made while he was a graduate student at Cambridge in the 1930s.
Just 5 more minutes for 12 hours.
How many failures must Von Braun have gone through before his Saturn launch put man on the moon? To look only for some unknown future is superficial. It's like climbing a mountain to reach the peak without experiencing its sides. The sides of the mountain sustain life. This is where things grow. Experience is gained and technologies are mastered. The importance of the peak lies only in the fact that it defines the steps. I went in little steps, just one step after another, but each step towards the top. On the 17th of July 1980, 30 hours before the launch of the second SLV-3, newspapers were filled with all kinds of predictions. Many reports preferred to trace the history of the first SLV-3 flight and record how the third stage failed to ignite because of lack of fuel and the rocket nosedive into the ocean. Some were a general prognosis of all that ailed our country and related it to the SLV-3. I knew that the next day's launch was going to decide the future of the Indian space program.
So, live
In fact,
finishing.
to put it simply,
Social
I was
distance. In the
early hours of the next day, 18th of July, 1980, at 8:30 giving the required velocity to the Rohini satellite. Within the next 2 minutes, Rohini was set into motion in a low Earth orbit. I spoke in the midst of screeching decimals, the most important words I've ever uttered in my life. Mission Director, all stations, stand by for an important announcement. All the stations perform the mission requirements. The first stage, APJ has given the required velocity. with jubilant leaves and carried in a procession. The whole nation was excited. India had made its entry into the small group of nations which possessed satellite launch capability. It was both the culmination of a national dream and the beginning of a very important phase in our nation's history. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi came to her congratulations. But the most important reaction was that of the Indian scientific community. Everybody was proud of this.
The first starts yesterday night 12 o'clock. So today again it's going to complete 12 o'clock. Last night 12 o'clock we started. Just 2 more minutes to complete this 12 hours performance. Drupad is a mime artist from Auroville. He is our well-wisher and also part of our Assist World Records, and also he is previously done his world record for 50 hours to celebrate 50 years of Auroville Foundation. And now to pay a tribute to Dr. Kalam sir. So he is sitting as a statue, living statue, and paying his tribute to Dr. Kalam sir. So just 1 more minute to complete this 12 hours. So we can stand with the social distance and we can give the applause to the clappings to him. So we can. Yes, 12 hours complete. So you have 5 minutes rest. You want to continue after break or you want to?
We continue after break, but only 10-12 minutes later.
Okay.
12 minutes. You can even stop me 12 minutes. You can stop.
Okay.
12 hours, 12
12
minutes.
minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
Can we have a photograph with
Yes,
this?
please. Not touching social media.
I'm sorry.
Perform type. One performance finished. After that you have to entertain. Just 4 minutes more.
So do you want some water to have some water or juice anything?
Okay, sir.
Nothing is so chilly.
Glass.
Thank you.
2 minutes.
Reading Nonstop
I joined DR.APJ on the 1st of June 1982. To the horror of many old timers, I started inviting people from the Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institutes of Technology, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and many other educational institutions where related experts could be found. I felt that the stuffy work centers of DR.APJ needed a breath of fresh air. I made a presentation in the South Block. Although some questioned our ambitious proposal, everyone was excited about the idea of India having her own missile systems. When the Defence Minister, R. Venkataraman, suggested that we launch an integrated guided missile program instead of making missiles in phases, we could not believe our ears. The proposal of the missile development project had been turned over into the blueprint of an integrated program with far-reaching consequences. When I presented the government-sanctioned letter before the Missile Technology Committee at DR.APJ, we were accused with fire and action. The proposed projects were christened in accordance with the spirit of India's self-reliance. Thus, the surface-to-surface weapon system became Prithvi, the Earth. The tactical code vehicle was called Trishul, the trident of launch. The surface-to-air defense system was named Akash, the sky. And the anti-tank missile project, now Cobra. I gave the name Agni, fire, to my long-cherished dream of REX, Re-Entry Experiment Launch Vehicle. Dr. Arunachalam came to DR.APJ and formally launched the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program on the 27th of June 1983. It was a great event in which every single employee of DR.APJ participated. Everybody who was somebody in Indian aerospace research was invited. This was the second most significant day in my career, next only to the 18th of July 1980 when SLV-3 launched rolling Earth's orbit. The launch of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program was like a bright flash on the Indian scientific firmament. Missile technology had been considered the domain of a few selected nations in the world. People were curious to see how we were going to achieve all that was promised. We were at a meeting laying down the targets for 1984 when news came of Dr. Brahm Prakash's death on the evening of the 3rd of July at Bombay. It was a great emotional loss for me. His compassion and humility were exemplary. His healing touch on the day of the failed SLV-E1 flight surfaced in my memory, serving to deepen my soul. If Professor Sarabhai was the director of VSSC, Dr. Drupad was the executor. He had nurtured the institution when it most needed nourishment. His humility mellowed me and helped me discover my ethnicity. His humility did not consist merely in being modest about his talents and virtues, but in respecting the dignity of all those who worked under him and in recognizing the fact that no one is infallible, not even the leader. He was an intellectual giant with a frail constitution. He had a childlike innocence, and I always considered him a saint among scientists. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi expressed her desire to personally apprise herself of the progress of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. The entire organization was filled with an aura of excitement. On the 19th of July, 1984, Srimati Gandhi visited DR.APJ. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was a person with a tremendous sense of pride in herself, in her work, and in her country. The esteem in which she held her work in the field of guided missiles boosted our morale immensely. We were working on the action plan that had emerged from the earlier month's review, and the news of Srimati Gandhi's assassination broke. Srimati Gandhi's death was a tremendous loss to the scientific community. She had given impetus to scientific research in the country. Her son, Rajiv Gandhi, took over as the new Prime Minister of India. He went to the polls and obtained a mandate from the people to carry forward the policies of Mrs. Gandhi, the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program being a part of it. Work on Prithvi was nearing completion when we entered 1988. Prithvi was launched at 11:23 hours on the 25th of February. It was an epoch-making event in the history of rocketry in the country. Prithvi was not merely a surface-to-surface missile. It was, in fact, the basic module for all future guided missiles in the country. The launch of Prithvi sent shockwaves across the unfriendly neighboring countries. The response of the Western bloc was initially one of shock and then of anger. A 7-nation technology embargo was clamped, making it impossible for India to buy anything even remotely connected with the development of guided missiles. The emergence of India as a self-reliant country in the field of guided missiles upset all the developed nations of the world. The Agni team was comprised of more than 500 scientists. Many organizations were met to undertake this huge effort of launching Agni. The Agni launch had been scheduled for the 20th of April 1989. This was going to be an unprecedented exercise. Unlike space launch vehicles, a missile launch involves wide-ranging safety hazards. All activities preparatory to the launch went according to schedule. We had decided to move the people living in nearby villages to safety at the time of the launch. This attracted media attention and led to much controversy. By the time the 20th of April 1989 arrived, the whole nation was watching us. Foreign pressure was exerted through diplomatic channels to abort the flight trial. But the Indian government stood behind us like a rock and stayed off any distraction to our work. We were at T14 seconds when the computer signal hold, indicating that one of the instruments was functioning erratically. This was immediately rectified. Meanwhile, the downwind station asked for a hold. In another few seconds, multiple holds were necessitated, and this resulted in irreversible internal power consumption. We had to abort the launch. The missile had to be opened up replace the onboard power supplies. The press was up in arms and fielded various interpretations of the postponement of the flight to suit the fancies of the readership. Cartoonist Drupad sketched a shopkeeper returning the product to the salesman, saying that like Agni, it would not take off. Another cartoonist showed one Agni scientist explaining that the launch was postponed because the press button did not meet contact. The Hindustan Times showed a leader consoling press reporters. There's no need for any alarm. It's a purely peaceful, non-violent missile. After a detailed analysis conducted virtually round the clock for the next 10 days, our scientists had the missile ready to launch on the 1st of May, 1989. But again, during the automatic computer checkout period at T10 seconds, a whole signal was indicated. A closer inspection showed that one of the control components, S1 was not working according to the mission requirements. The launch had to be postponed yet again. Now such things are very common in rocketry and quite often happen in other countries too, where the expectant nation was in no mood to appreciate our difficulties. The Hindu carried a cartoon by Asia, showing the villager counting some currency notes and commenting aloud. Yes, it's the compensation for moving away from a hut near the desk. A few more postponements and I can build a house of my own. Another cartoonist designated Agni as IDBM, intermittently delayed ballistic missile. Amul's cartoon suggested that what Agni needed was to use their butter as fuel. Detailed analysis of the component failure during the second attempt led to the refurbishment of the control system. Finally, the launch was scheduled for the 22nd of May. The previous night, Dr. Commemorate, General Kane Singh and I were walking together with the Defense Minister, K.C. It was a full moon night. It was high tide, and the waves crashed and roared as if singing God's glory and power. Will we succeed in the Agni launch tomorrow? This question was foremost in all our minds. Breaking the long silence, the Defense Minister finally asked me, Kalam, what would you like me to do to celebrate the Agni success tomorrow? What did I want? What was it that I did not have? What could make me happier? And then I found the answer. We need 100,000 saplings to plant, I said. His face lit up with a friendly glow. You're buying the blessings of Mother Earth for Agni, the Defense Minister quipped. We will succeed tomorrow. The next day, Agni took off at 7:10 hours. It was a perfect launch. The missile followed a textbook trajectory. All flight parameters were met. It was like waking up to a beautiful morning with a nightmarish sleep. We had reached the launch pad after 5 years of continuous work at multiple work centers. We had lived through the ordeal of a series of snags in the last 5 weeks. It's the high pressure from everywhere to stop the whole thing, but we had it at last. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. A mere 600 seconds of elegant flight washed off our entire fatigue in an instant. What a wonderful culmination of our years of labor. I wrote in my diary that night, don't look at Agni as an entity directed upward to deter the ominous or exciting mind. It is fire in the heart of an Indian. Do not even give it the form of a missile, as it clings to the burning pride of this nation, and thus is it. Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi called the Agni launch a major achievement in our to safeguard our independence and security by self-reliant means.
So video.
The technology demonstration through AGNI is a reflection of our commitment to the indigenous development of advanced technologies for the nation's defense. Till the AGNI launch, the Indian Armed Forces have strictly defensive the cost of any
Great soul. Here is our record holders, families are gathered here to appreciate your effort. It's like we all can keep social distance.
Can I say something? From last night, 12 o'clock, I am listening to Kalam sir's story again and again and again. And I still want to hear this story again and again and again. Many of the recordings he played, those recordings are, he played again and again. But still I want to listen every single word.
So then you should keep on continuing. You will have to play again and again.
On Republic Day 1990,
Thank you.
the nation celebrated.
This I did not listen. I could not hear it.
I was conferred the Padma Vibhushan along with Dr. Arunachal.
And that saved my
Members of the Padma
body.
Vibhushan awarded
If
a
I had not done that, I don't know what would have
I
happened.
still live more or less as I did back then, in a room 10 feet wide and 12 feet long, furnished mainly with books, papers,
Lord, it might not have that itself.
iron furniture.
Once
The only difference was at that time my room was in Trivandrum.
So we have a group photo.
The mess
By
bearer brought
maintaining
me my
social
breakfast with
distance
Bigleys and
also.
buttermilk
I will
and
sit in that
smiled in
position.
silent congratulation for the
You
whole.
can.
I was touched by the recognition. A large number of scientists and engineers leave this country at their first opportunity to earn more money. It is true that they definitely get greater monetary benefits. But could any choice love and respect from one's own country? On the 15th of October, 1991, I turned 60. I look forward to retirement and plan to open the school for the less privileged children. It was during this period that I decided to put down my memoirs and express my observations and opinions on certain issues.
Even though
The biggest
coronavirus,
problem Indian youth
spreading
face,
everywhere,
I felt,
we are
was a lack of
facing
clarity of
coronavirus,
vision, a lack of direction.
fighting with the mission
It
of
was then
Dr.
that I
Kalam.
decided to write about the circumstances of
Also,
people
your
who
inspiration
made me what I am today.
tremendous.
The idea was
Been
not
for 23 years in the
to
field of
pay
world
tribute to
record.
some individuals
This was one
or
of the
highlight
very
certain
special
aspects of my life. What I wanted to say was that no one, however poor, underprivileged or small, need feel disheartened about life.
So,
Problems are a part
anyone
of
wants to
life.
share few words about
Suffering
this
is the
performance?
essence of success.
You are
What about,
As someone said,
I wanted to request
God
him
has not
to
promised
speak his
skies
experience
always
with
blue,
because he has.
flower-strewn pathways all
Please,
around us.
no.
God has
This is
not
very-
promised
Can you put the,
sun will not
can you put the,
joy.
he's close to the family and especially to
Live,
son.
live, live.
Can you please tell?
Yeah.
So, this is a great moment of gathering for Kalam sir 50th anniversary. So we always used to be part of the House of Kalam in Rameswaram. So because of coronavirus, so we are paying tribute to Dr. Kalam sir in our hometown Pondicherry with our record holders. Beloved record holders are here, Mr. Drupad, Sai Pranav, Mr. Suresh, Vivendran is performing in Virambatnam, and Ilajay from Teni is performing, and also Mr. Rakesh Mehsar is exhibiting in Delhi. So, and also the family members of the record holders are taking part here, and also we have our great artist, Mr. Senior Artist Upendra Ratta. Also, here. So when it was 2002, I got a letter from Dr. Kalam sir when he was the President of India. So when he taken as the President of India, in just few months between, I got an appreciation letter from him. I feel that as a national award for my vision and mission, because what I was doing now, I was shared with him on that day itself. So he wrote a letter for my effort, greetings for your efforts and best wishes for your efforts. The 2 lines inspired me to achieve many things in the life. And also I painted Dr. Kalam sir's portrait by mouth after reading Wings of Fire. So recently also Kalam sir's family was announced how the Wings of Fire was inspired to achieve in the life. So my thing is when I before reading, we were connected with Kalam sir for through his talk, speech as a President of India when he was attending the gathering of the schools. So was inspired after both reading his books and we come to know more about his life story. So he was inspired. Then it makes me to write a letter to him and inspired. Still I have the original letter of him. So now Assist World Records, after achieving my world record, then Assist World Records was started on his Kalam sir birthday only. So 2010 birthday only we started Assist World Records. Almost 10 years we were assisted community. So far we reached more than 100 countries. So what we are paying this is the sincere effort which was taken by me individually for the Vision 2020. So now Assist World Records from India, more than 100 countries followers we have now. So that is my tribute to Kalam sir in this 2020. So this is also yet to come. So our is already launched. So we are waiting for the book launch also, hard copy as soon as possible. And I'm thankful for the family members, because before meeting Dr. Kalam sir, I met his elder brother. So when I went to Rameswaram for another record to help him to swim from Sri Lanka to Rameswaram. So he was taking me to meet some people in Rameswaram. So I went with him and I met Dr. Kalam sir elder brother. So he also blessed me and he appreciated. Okay. So before meeting Kalam sir, I met his elder brother and got a blessing. So that is one of the very inspiring for myself. And then now after the family knows about the journey of the true journey for the Kalam sir mission, they honor us. For myself, then I took our record holders and honored our record holders also. The family members and our beloved brother, Sheikh Salim and Sheikh Dawood and Nazima Mariam, Amma and entire family members who are very supportive, very cooperative, very helping nature force. For me also, for whoever I take there and for performance also. So that is the blessings of Kalam sir. We are very closely associated with family, and the family is blessings to many record holders. So every year they invite us for the Rameswaram to perform the creative skills. So every October we used to go to Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Sai Pranav also visited the blessings of Kalam sir's family. So last year. So like this example how the Kalam sir's family also supporting young talents also. Suresh is there, so he also first year of Kalam sir's anniversary was there, and performing pencil art also there. So many people were inspired of this work also. So Kuberna, who is right now doing sand art in the Virampati village, maybe he is alone in sunlight. So maybe we will go after and check how it is, because he is going to create the entire standard with 25,000 fish strokes. So completely in the sand. So it's different. There are many upcoming events also there. I feel completely that I paid really sincere tribute to Dr. Kalam sir. Taking an Indian brand to other countries. So that is because I am also from middle class family. My father is a government servant. But even though in that period, in that circumstance also, what I can do for others also. I did the blessings of the Kalam sir wrote. He trusted me and wrote the letter. I also gave back, I think so, with the sincere effort in this 2020. So with this there are many things to keep on discuss, but 23 years is experience in the world discussed for many years. So at present, I am concluding my gratitude for all the wishes, for all the researchers, and gave me opportunity to talk about my experience. And also this painting was painted by me only. So this I was painted in oil color. In 2003 it was painted. So I was always like to have this, because I just painted, but many programs whenever we do this painting, somehow it will come occupy the center place. So thanks for everyone to giving me the opportunity to serve in the field of world records. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Because someone has to try. We have to train for trying for making beat your record. It's so awesome.
What happened the last time he suggested to do record, I had done 24 hours non-stop mining.